When I swore off USB mics, it was because of mics like this, the Sennheiser Profile. Most of them felt like cash grabs and were being released for the sake of, well, being released. Lots of buzz on this microphone though, so I figured I'd drop some cash and find out for myself. Is this thing just another USB microphone, or does it find a way to stand out? Now, this thing is built nicely. It's an all-metal design and the grill doesn't have really any give to it. The knobs and the mute button all feel decent, and I do like the unique design to the microphone. Now, I bought the one with the useless desktop base, but there is another version out there that has the boom arm and the longer USB cable. Speaking of the cable, the one I got was only 3 feet long. Like, what are you supposed to do with this? Like, come on. That's sad. Now, this was basically an empty bag of nothing, and I really don't care to unpack and convert all the specs they have on this thing. What I can tell you is that the mic is 20 Hz to 20 kHz, it's 24-bit and 48 kHz, and it's a little over a pound with the stand. Now, this is the other stuff that they included. You can do as you see fit with all this word and number soup on here. Now for the off-axis rejection of the Sennheiser Profile mic. This is me speaking about 3 inches off the front of the capsule. Now I'm speaking about 3 inches off the side of the capsule. And now I'm speaking about 3 inches off the rear of the capsule. Now for the plosive rejection test of the Sennheiser Profile. Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers. Peter Piper picked a peck of pickled peppers. Now for the proximity effect test of the Sennheiser Profile. This is me speaking about 4 inches off the front of the capsule. Now I'm directly on top of the capsule. 4 inches, directly on top. Now for the mute button test of the Sennheiser Profile. This is me speaking directly in... Oh no, someone turned off my audio. Oh no. That's the mute button. Now we have it on the desk in front of me. If you don't believe me, here you go. It's right here. This is the desktop test of the Sennheiser Profile microphone in a relatively treated environment, I might add. Now, one of the problems I have with these desktop stands are the fact that when you put them down, it sounds like trash because the mic's so far away from you. And condenser mics like to be up and close to get all the nuances of your voice. So I suggest getting a box like the Sennheiser box here, and having the mic on top of it. So at least if you do have to use this microphone, you can be relatively close to it while you're talking into it. This is much better than the desktop, is it not? Also, this is why these stands kind of suck. So my USB locker is getting kind of thin, not gonna lie. And that's just because I give them away shortly after I get them. But that isn't the only reason I didn't do any comparisons. More on that in the cons, but first, let's go over the pros. And to start, I mean, yeah, it sounds great. It's a Sennheiser, a trusted name in the microphone game, and if you buy this, you're buying into a great company. It does what it advertises. It passed all the tests well, and it's actually rather decent with the plosives. If you're looking for just a USB mic, this thing will probably be close to the top, if not the top of the heap. But as we get into the cons, let's talk about that heap. This is one of many USB mics that offer nothing more than just a simple plug-and-play microphone experience. It is now just one of the heap despite being close to the top. And I feel like this thing is a bit of an echo of years past where there was a clear division between USB and XLR markets. But over the past few months, that's all started to change. And this thing doesn't really keep up. And that is a great reason to circle around to the comparisons. It's literally an apples to oranges comparison to put this up against any of the combo USB XLR mics from recent days. And it's even more laughable to compare it to a USB mic that may be filled out with a complement of programs in DSP. This mic is literally competing with the last generation of USB mics, the Yetis, the AKG Lyras, which is a good segue into whether or not you should buy it. I mean, yeah, the mic does actually sound fantastic. And if you are looking for just a USB mic and have zero interest in expanding your studio experience further than this, sure, it really does sound fantastic. And with that build quality as is, this thing will be a great performer for you. But if there is even an iota of interest in more, you will find yourself outgrowing this microphone quickly. The new RODE X series offers the XCM50, a mic with all the same things this thing offers, but with way more functionality and DSP processing. All that for an extra $20. And if we're going to drill down to the core of how I feel about this microphone, let me just say this. I don't know why someone would buy this over something like the XCM50. USB mics aren't just about sound anymore, and they aren't about being the cheapest option either. We have reached peak saturation for the market of mics that are just USB microphones. So unless you're one of the minority and you're just buying a USB mic for business presentations and you need to look good and sound your best, go ahead and pull the trigger on this. Great sounding mic, this will be awesome for you. But if you're looking for something that might fit your setup as a gamer, content creator, or really anything else that might need more than just a great capsule, I'd say there's better options. I'll link some down below. Now, the world of USB mics is changing fast, and I feel like ones like this are getting left behind. Let me know what you think about it, though, down below. Cheers, and thanks for watching. I don't like this super popular mic that you like. Cue the hate mail.